Okay, this is gonna be like it's some insane office drama that went completely off the rails. So you're gonna love this. Trust me. So stick around for it. Let's get into it. I got to hand in a beautiful resignation letter, and now my boss won't even look me in the eyes. Told ya. I am 30 female and I've been working at a beachside motel for over 5 years. It's never been a glamorous job, but for the most part, it was okay. The corporation that owned it is your typical profit over people kind of company. But my coworker and the previous general manager made it bearable. My only real complaint before this last year was not getting a single raise. Then in early 2024, everything changed. Ooh, heard that. Our beloved GM moved across the country and we got a new one. Since then, it's been an absolute nightmare. This new GM has cut back hours multiple times, constantly changes procedures, some of them multiple times, and is obsessed with minutes per room. Ooh, what's minutes per room? Like MPRs? What's that? Minutes per room is often used in discussions about cleaning, maintenance, or staffing efficiency within a hotel or other properties with multiple rooms. Okay, now I just googled that. Okay, time allocated for cleaning, standard hotel room, maintenance staff, or time spent by staff per occupied room. So there's a little definition for you. I did my research. Yeah, I gotta look that up. I look it up on Google. Let's keep going. Because of this, any area guests don't immediately see, like the laundry room or storage areas, have become neglected. Just yesterday, I swept up a soccer ball sized pile of sand and lint from the laundry room. I snapped, I just couldn't take it anymore. And because I took time to clean, I fell behind on laundry since I was only allotted 6.5 hours that day. Today, I was only allowed 4.6 hours. Okay, so essentially, your new GM is just like micromanaging the crap out of you. Yeah, I feel like in situations like that, like the only time that they are gonna care is if a customer complains. Mm. To top it off, he says things like, if you have questions or concerns, come talk to me. But when you do, he literally responds with, I don't care. This is a safe space, so you can tell me anything. Nope, you can't. Put in the suggestion box. He swapped out our high quality towels and soaps for the cheapest, thinnest options. And that's just scratching the surface. I bet you anything he's gotten such a rip pattern in the back from corporate because he's cutting costs. But in cutting costs, he's also letting other parts of the business suffer. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's keep going. Anyway, I finally hit my limit. I handed in my resignation letter last week before he left town. He got back today and won't even look me in the eyes. I made sure to hold my head high. Edit. Got a call from a coworker who was able to reach out to the previous GM. He gave her numbers and emails. She's been in contact with BOLI and HR all day apparently, explains why she calls out. My name and number has been added to a list for HR to call and they are opening an investigation on GM. Like, ooh. You know how you like touch your hair when you like things? For those that like listening, like, let's keep going. If you wanna read it, here's the letter I gave him. Names removed for privacy. Absolutely, I wanna read it. I wanna read it. Spoiler alert, there's a bear in the wood. This letter was extremely cathartic to write. Dear General Manager, the 12th of June will be my final day as an employee of insert business name here. I started this job over 5 years ago with no prior experience or expectations. Since then, I have shed literal blood and tears for this place. I've gone above and beyond in every task assigned to me, becoming cross-trained in housekeeping, laundry, house person, deep clean, and even housekeeping supervisor. I take pride in my work, something you once claimed we all needed to do during your first meeting with us. I've learned valuable skills that shaped my everyday life. I've built relationships that feel like family. If it weren't for the teamwork and resilience of my co-workers, I would have left long ago. My loyalty was never to the company, it was to the people who kept it running. Ooh! Nicely said. Let's keep going. However, it's becoming painfully clear that you and this company both value profit over people. You've made a habit of implementing ever-changing ideas and expectations, whether it's changing how we do things, giving us less time to finish our work, or not showing that you care when concerns or suggestions are voiced. These constant shifts and unrealistic expectations have created a toxic work environment that brings stress both on and off the clock. You don't want to be a leader, you want to be a dictator. Ooh, HR is gonna love that. You've micromanaged departments into the ground. Areas like storage, linen closet, housekeeping, cuts, and laundry are neglected and falling apart. Not because we don't care, but because we aren't given the time or support to maintain them. We used to take pride in keeping every inch of this property guest ready. That pride is gone. It's not just about broken system, it's about a broken culture that starts at the top. If you guys have ever seen that podcast that about CEO, I heard this on the podcast. You look at the companies that have done very, very well over the last, like 10 years or so. Companies come and go, right? But like companies that kind of stick out to like Apple, for example. Regardless of how you feel about them, they have an incredible office and company culture. Google is another one. Just hang out with the Google people over the weekend. Love the Google people. Culture is unbelievably important. If you probably don't have a good work culture, I feel like it's only a matter of time that our company goes bye-bye. Let's keep going. I strongly encourage corporate to reconsider its current wage structure. At present, there are few incentives for employees to strive for excellence when compensation remains the same regardless of performance. Yeah, it's interesting that they micromanage you even more, but yet there is no reward for doing everything you're supposed to do. There is more stress with less incentive. No bueno. No bueno. Let's keep going. Implementing regular performance review and merit-based raises could foster a more motivated and productive workforce, benefiting both the employees and the company as a whole. Do I regret leaving? Not even a little. I value myself more than this company ever has. Ooh, love the cities. Head housekeeping had taught me everything I know about hospitality, and I will always be grateful for her mentorship and true leadership skills. You, general manager, have taught me exactly what kind of boss I will never work for again. And for that, I guess I should thank you too. Sincerely, a hard worker who knows their what. Like Clark. Clack it. Like chef's kiss. Like it was gorgeous. I love that. Your manager can also look you in the eyes after reading that. That was a piece. Delish. How I adore an eloquent FU. Like you did a very eloquent job, and I'm really hoping that the right people see that. He's probably being told by his higher ups that he needs to make more profit, and by doing that he has to cut costs, and he's probably getting a nice old pat on the back. They're like, your spending has decreased. I love that. Like, good job. But they're not there. They're there, right? They always see the numbers. If you ever needed a lesson in how to write a resignation letter, that was it. Perfecto. But what do you guys think?